Please, what I said, this is not part of the analysis we're doing today, but just for those that came in on time. All right. So US 100 and D30. So if you're a trader, if you're a lover of these two instruments, you can go ahead and give that a try. Both of them are actually selling and I'm on the trade already. So I have entered the trade before now. So, but you can still join in. Don't stay long, just a little bit of a scalping. I'm even looking at it on 1 hour time frame and it's quite pretty fast and good. So if you want to take advantage of it, you should. You should actually. You should. Okay, it seems nobody took the trade because nobody said anything. And oh, whoa, it's been a milking day. There were about 14 persons that were here when I said that. So I don't know how many of the 14 persons actually took advantage of the trade. If you did, I believe you don't even you don't even have to trade again today. Oh, you did. Nice. You were actually the first person okay, you were not the first person that entered, but you were the first person that wrote something that you were not hearing. You took oh, okay. A lot of persons. So a lot of persons are just making money in a coded in this place. Nice, 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 nice. Those two trades has just been they've been nice. And it's a fundamental that just came out and it's just been flying all the way down. And it has not ended. That's the simple truth. It has not ended. All right. So I know somebody is going to ask which instrument is that, and I'm not going to tell you. All right. So I said it has not moved that much. It has actually. If you check it out on 5 minutes time frame, you'll see how far it has gone. Well, it depending on the lot size you use, though. All right. The lot size also matter. Let me not say otherwise. All right. The lot size matters, but it's still going to go down. All right. If you're still on the trade, it's still going to go down actually. All right. Because a colleague that is in the studio with me also all right. So I know a colleague that is in the studio that took advantage of it immediately. Of course, he used a bigger lot size. I think he actually used 0.5 on each of them. I know how much he has made from it. So so it's a good it's always a good outcome. So that's why I said it depending on the lot size you use. You can't use 0.01 and then you'll be expecting to make the same amount of money that'll make you to smile. Nah. That is not the fundamental I know. Okay, so in the next 1 minute, we're going to be starting. So just hold on a bit. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon once again. And let's get started. All right. So for some of you that actually said you were not seeing my screen, well, that is because I had not started sharing my screen. Of course, the message, the trade I gave out was not for this thing. It's just for those that actually joined early. So it's not an analysis, like I said earlier on. It was just for those that joined early, and it's basically because of the fundamental that was going on at that time. So you don't need to worry yourself about that trade. All right, you don't need to get yourself worked up. All right. So now let's get started. How have you been? Hope you are doing great. Hope you're doing great. Okay, so we are just gonna get started. Like I when I came in, I talked about a trade on GBP, or sorry, on dollar, sorry, on US30, and of course on D30. All right, so those trades are kind of a trade that, of course, if you are taking advantage of it, you would have been able to make some really good amount of money. All right, and it was a sell. It's a sell, not like it was a sell. It is still going to be selling more because there is a fundamental news that came out that is on DE30 and on US 100. All right, on D30 and on US 100. So those were the trades I am talking about. All right, so someone sent an image. Oh, thank you. At least there's been a kind of a okay. Someone sent an email here. He said I set a buy stop on USD card. Okay, the buy stop on USD card passed through. It triggered and passed through, but it did. Oh, sorry, it passed through and didn't trigger. Why? And you sent an image on about the trade. Okay, the reason why it probably would have passed through is if the lot size you use is too much on your account. So I needed to message me directly because I wouldn't want to say the details here. So I needed to say, what is your balance? What is the balance? Okay, I'm just going to say hello to you so that you see what I'm talking about. I sent it to you privately. So I needed to tell me what your balance is, and also yeah, I think that should be able to I should be able to explain that. I want to know if it is based on the balance that you have, if the amount you have isn't enough to carry the lot size you're using, or Is it on mistake? Okay, really? All right. Then I would have to find out about this, because definitely you should be able to carry the lot size. Yes. All right. So I would find out another thing I needed to do is that send me your email address, okay? Send me your email address. The same way you sent the previous message, please send me your email address, okay? I'll confirm this. Why I need it is because after I get the confirmation of what happened, because I've not gotten this notification, all right? I've not gotten the notification yet from any other person. I've not seen the complaint. So I'll need to find out exactly, and of course, get back to you directly after the meeting. I may not be able to do it now, but I promise I'm going to do it after the meeting. So send me your email address also. I would reach out to you on that. All right, thank you. Okay, so okay, another question is, please, the fundamental gave strength to the dollar. So I was expecting the US 100 to buy. So why is it selling? Then it means that you've not really understood how the fundamentals work. And that is actually the most important part of the trading. And if you don't understand how the relationship or the correlation between dollar and the indices is going to be affecting your trade. All right, it's going to affect your trade generally. Now, there is a correlation between the US dollars and indices. There is a correlation between the US dollars and indices. Now, US dollars actually work in opposite direction with indices. Don't forget that. US dollars, it works in opposite direction. They have negative correlation, if I may use that word. So when there is strength in US dollars, indices will sell. That is how it works. When a news come up for the US when there is a news from US, from dollar, and that news comes out positive, you'll be expecting the indices to sell. But when the news is negative, expect the indices to buy. So the same way that gold work with dollar, the same with the indices and dollar. All right. So what you're saying here is actually the correct direction. The news gets strength to dollar, so US 100 and US 30 and US 2000 should sell. Sometimes even including what was it called, D30. Okay. So I believe you should be able to know that. Now, he said, okay, this is going to be the last question I'm going to answer before we jump into the analysis. Go so briefly, but are there other parameters to consider? Of course, there are always other parameters to consider. All right, there are other parameters to consider. Now, of course, you know that there have actually been a lot of dollar is a safe haven, and so is gold. Do you understand? Dollar is a safe haven, and so is gold. So the surge on the purchase of gold has actually been higher recently than dollar. Reason is because there've actually been a lot of rumors that, okay, US is doing this, US is doing that, based on US economy. So a lot of people currently prefer to buy gold. So even if any news come out in favor of dollar, you see that the effect on gold is not going to be as much as it's going to be affecting the indices. Why? Because gold currently, the surge in gold, in the surge in the purchase of gold right now is higher. So these are some of the parameters you should consider before you just dive in. That does not mean it's not going to affect gold, by the way, but it will affect it, but not just in the same proportion as it would to other indices. Like if you check US 30 is still going to sell, US 100 is still going to sell. So if you're still looking for what to do, somebody is asking me, is this, yeah, US 30 is still going to sell and US 100 is still going to sell. So if you still want to take advantage of the sell on both of them, you are very much allowed. US 30 is a sell and US 100 is also selling. So now but please don't sell on US 2000. All right, don't sell US 2000. There is a strong support where it is. So it's only US 30 and US 100 that you should sell. So, but then the proportion at which these instruments are going to sell is going to be different from that of US 100. All right, so that is actually where I am talking about. He said, sorry, I joined late. I didn't get your name. Would like to take your contact after the class. Okay, if you've been joining this class, you should have already known my name because I have been always the one taking this afternoon session. So let's quickly go to our Forex Factory. and discuss about these fundamentals. All right, let's discuss about the fundamentals. But I am Chikeze by name. I am Chikeze by name. All right, so let me share my screen so you'll be able to see the fundamentals I'm referring to here. All right, great. Now this is it. This is it. This is it. Okay, I'll just turn off somebody's video. Okay, perfect. We're good to go. Now, take a look at the screen. You see, today is Tuesday, of course. Today is Tuesday. Now, this is the news we're talking about is the news that came out by 1:30. Now, if you check CAD, Canadian dollar, there is a news that came out in CAD. And of course, it came out, if you check all the news from CAD, all of them came out negative. Have you noticed? All the news from CAD, every single one of them came out negative. That is why there was a massive buy in CAD. USD CAD, there was a massive buy in USD CAD. That is because the news from Canadian economy came out negative. And you know CPI. CPI is one of the biggest news. And it is not just the US CPI that matters. All right. So it is not just the US CPI. We have lots of other CPI news that also affect the market. So what you should be looking out for is not just the US news. No, also consider some of these news. Now, the CAD CPI monthly data came out negative. The median CPI yearly data came out negative. The tri-mid CPI yearly data that came out negative also. Then the common CPI, that is a medium impact news, also came out negative. So every single thing from the CAD came out negative. That means Canadian economy is in, of course, it means that, funny enough, it actually means that the economy is doing better. A lot of you will not get. It is not all the negative news that are negative per se. I know the CPI came out negative, but what is CPI? Consumer Price Index, right? What does it measure? Can someone tell me what CPI actually really measures? Anybody? Do anybody really know what CPI measures? Okay, I think someone has dropped something. Inflation, all right, great, that is correct. Rate of inflation, perfect, that is very true. Now, CPI measures inflation rate. So if it measures inflation rate, it means that positive, when it comes out positive, it means that there is higher inflation actually. Yes, when it comes out positive, it means that there is higher inflation. So interest rates will have to be increased. And that increment in interest rates is actually what makes the currency to gain strength. But when it comes out negative like this, it means that there is a negative inflation. Inflation is coming down. And when inflation is coming down, interest rates do not need to be increased. So negative CPI does not mean it's totally bad, but as at the time, it will be bad for the economy. But in time, as time goes on, you start seeing the positive effect of it. Now, let's go to the US. Now, you have the core retail sales. It came out positive. Then the retail sales monthly data also came out negative. And in the next few minutes, about 3 minutes, another industrial news, industrial production is going to be coming out from the US. So all this news is actually what is giving strength to the US dollars this afternoon. So that's why I told you that for US 30 and for US 100, they're going to be having a further sell this afternoon. The only thing that's going to be affecting it if this other news that's coming out comes out a negative, but I'm expecting it to also come out positive for dollar. So let's just go quickly to the chart and see what we've got on our chart. All right. Okay, great. Now this is 15 minutes on dollar index, but let's start from 5 minutes on dollar index. Now you could just see a little bit of a retracement that is currently going on dollar index. All right, but then I feel that this retracement, it is just because this candle just started. This is just about 12 minutes into this candle. So that is why you're seeing a little bit of this fall. But is it going to have is the fall going to be so high? All right, so I don't really think it's going to be very much high. I don't think this the fall is going to be extremely high like this. So I am actually expecting the fall to even be to not go so far. So I'm expecting a little bit of a retracement. Now the reason is because of course, in the next 2 minutes, a news is going to be coming out. So we are going to be using that news that will also be coming out to judge the effect of the market going forward. Now, the effect of the market, like I said, is going to be measured by the outcome of the news that will be coming out in the next 2 minutes. So what you got just do is that we're going to be sitting back first and waiting for this news to come out so that when it comes out, we can now take advantage of it. Thank God that it's actually coming out almost at the time that we're also having it. It is not a high impact news. It is a medium impact news. So don't be expecting some massive volatility, go here and go there. No, don't be expecting that kind of move. But to a very large extent, it's also going to be determining the direction of the market. All right. So if it comes out positive, it is good for the currency. And if it comes out negative, it is bad for the currency. And if it is bad for the currency, it is good for so if you're looking at if it comes out negative, it is good, it's bad for the economy. But of course, it will be good for indices. All right. So that is actually what we're looking at for. All right. So in the next 17 minutes, we just have some 14 and then 12 and 11. I just want the news to come out for us. Let's see the outcome of the news, and then we'll see the exact direction will be taken. Okay, so let's see. It's showing pending. Of course, they've not written the effect of the news. So it means that of course, and the market has not started reacting to it first. So once the news is pasted, the market most likely will start reacting. Or is there a pause in the market? Okay. All right. I think okay, so let's check on dollar index. Still not moving yet. So let's see okay, I think it's actually been pasted now. So let me just refresh this one. Still not pasted. They are taking their time. All right. So now with this, I am not going in for a sell on dollar index, but rather than I'm actually going to be buying dollar index. All right. I'm going to be going in for a buy on this particular instrument. I will be going in for a buy. No doubt that even if with this kind of retracement, it is not going to stay for a very long time. All right. Okay. You see, it came out positive. See, it came out positive. It came out positive also. The industrial production came out positive. All right. So I am expecting a further buy on dollar. I am expecting a further buy on dollar. So from where dollar is right now, I am entering a buy on this particular instrument. I am going in for a buy, and my take profit is going to be just at the top of this point. So I am just going to be taking my profit right here. All right, so that is where my take profit is going to be. So I am buying dollar index this afternoon. So let me just give you the take profit. So the take profit on this trade is going to be at price 106.323. 106.323. That's for dollar index. That is where I am stopping my trade. So I feel even the industrial production that came out just a few minutes ago also favored dollar. So with that, I am going to be going in for a buy on dollar. I'll be considering a buy on dollar. So even with this, with the sale that is currently going, I don't think the sale is going to be for a very long time. Why? Because of the news that also came out from this particular instrument. Now, let's also consider Euro USD. Let's also consider Euro USD and see, looking at Euro USD, there is actually on 5 minutes, on 15 minutes rather, there is a buy. There is a buy that is currently pushing up. And I feel that this particular buy might want to recover every single thing here. But generally, do you think this instrument, the buy is going to sustain for a very long time? Let's take a look at it first on 1 hour time, on 5 minutes time frame. Now, this is how it looks like on 5 minutes time frame. This is what was it called? A bearish engulfing. This is a bearish engulfing candle. All right, this is a bearish engulfing candle that formed here. And after the bearish engulfing, I am not looking out for any massive full engulfing candle again. It happens, but I am not actually expecting that to be the case in this particular situation. So I am also looking out for a sell in on dollar. on Euro USD rather. I'm looking out for a sell. Now, the reason why I will not go in for a buy is because even if you take a buy and then saying, okay, you want to stop at this point, really, what if it has a massive reversal and then start going back? And with the fundamental that came out, the fundamental is in favor of dollar. The fundamental is in favor of dollar. So I wouldn't just want to rush into a sell for dollar right now. All right. So that is what I'm trying to say. So in this situation, I'm also going to be considering a further sell rather than a buy. I'll be going in, you know, this one, we took a buy, all right, favoring this particular one. All right. So in this case, I am actually going in for a sell rather than a buy. So for Euro USD, I am going in for a sell. I am going in for a sell on Euro USD. I'm going in for a sell on Euro USD. Even though the current situation of the market is showing a buy, it currently buying, of course, and anybody looking at it with you, really, I know you want to enter buy, but I would not want to enter the buy. I would not want to enter the buy. Rather than I will be going in for a sell on this particular instrument. I'll be going in for a sell on this instrument. Remember, of course, for US 30 and US 100, the sell has not also ended. All right. So for Euro USD, I am going in for a sell on Euro USD, no doubt. I'm going in for a sell on Euro USD. And my take profit for the sell is going to be at price 1.05422. 1.05422. 1.05422 is my take profit for Euro USD. I know the market is still pushing up, but I am not going to be falling for that push. I will not be entering a buy. Rather than I'll be going in for a sell. And my TP is going to be at price 1.05422. That is my take profit on this particular trade. Remember that at the current market price here, there is a resistance. Hope you know there is a resistance just at this point. Here, if you know how to do this, let me just put a shape on it. All right. Right about here. All right, there is a okay. Another one. Let's get here. So do you see these 2 points? There are fundamental this thing support or resistance rather. Is a resistance there, and of course here also there is also a resistance. All right. So in these 3 places, there are resistance. All right. Even though it is not so obvious, but there are resistance levels in those points. Now let's check it out on 30 minutes time frame and see if there is, even though the resistance is still not clear, but you can see it clearly, right? 1, 2, and 3. Now let's check on 5 minutes on look at it also. In every single time frame, it is showing that it is actually a resistance levels. So how did it go above here? So I feel that here is basically a fake out. So in this case, I will not be out. Rather than I'll be going in for a sell. So for Euro USD, it's a sell. Euro USD is a sell for me. Euro USD is a sell for me. And my take profit is at price 1.05422. 1.05422. That is where I am taking my profit. The same way, I remember I bought dollar index, so I'm going to be selling Euro USD. So now let's take a look at GBP USD. Who saw what happened today? On USD JPY, who saw what happened? This particular instrument, it was a massive volatility. Look at the sell. Look at the massive sell on this particular. It was a massive sell. It was a massive sell, and it has been able to recover every single sell 100%. It has recovered it, and even on a buy. Now, if you check on daily time frame, you will see that this particular instrument, after this long sell, it has been able to recover everything, and it's currently on bullish. All right. But then on daily time frame, you will see that there is a resistance just at the point where price is. There is a resistance just above that particular point. On daily time frame, there is a resistance, which is somewhere around here. Now, the question is that, do you think the market is going to retrace back and is able to get to that point? Now, if you check it out on daily time frame, you will see that market most likely is going to still push up to that extent. All right. It is already very much clear. It is already very much clear that market is going to get to that point. So I am expecting a further buy on this particular instrument. It is just a little bit of a retracement. Take a look at it also on 4 hours. Now, this is how it looks like on 4 hours. You could see. All right. So this, I feel this is just a retracement that actually happened in the market. And I'm expecting a further push up on this particular trade. And of course, owing to the fact that the news that came out from this instrument came out massively negative. All right. Look at the massive buy. It had this kind of sell, but it's been able to recover the sell. It had 100% recovery within 2 hours. It was able to recover everything. All right. All right. So that is that for. So in this particular one, I am going in for a buy. So USDJPY, a buy, and my TP is at price 149.812, 149.812. I am going in for a buy, and my TP is 149.812. All right, that is my take on USDJPY. USDJPY. I am going in for a buy. I believe that Euro USD should already be on profit on this particular instrument. All right. And USD dollar index is going to enter profit very soon, but it's going to enter. So for USDJPY is a buy. USDJPY is a buy. The take profit is 149.812. So I am taking my time to explain to you why I am going for the position so that you will know exactly what to do. And maybe when you've not entered profit, you will know exactly what to do. I have shown you the direction I feel like. And of course, I also showed you the reason why I feel those ones are going towards that direction. So on USDJPY, I am going in for a buy. All right, I am going in for a buy. And my TP is at price 149.812. Now, let's take a look at Canadian economy. Now, with the massive volatility that has been going on to these instruments and where it is currently, let's take a look at it on daily time frame. On daily time frame, this is what you're expecting. So I personally, I would prefer to actually go on a pending order trade. I prefer to go on a pending order, even though I am still supporting a buy on Canadian economy. All right. Now, all the news from CAD came out negative. All the news from CAD, every single one came out negative. All right. So you don't expect Canadian dollar to just gain strength overnight. All right. So for CAD, I am also still going in for a buy on CAD. I am most likely going in for a further buy on CAD. All right. I am going in for a further buy on CAD. So my take profit, all right, the take profit on my USD CAD is at price 1.36893. 1.36893. That is my take profit for USD CAD. So I told you that I am going in for a buy. All right. I am going in for a buy on USD CAD. So I'll be going in for my take profit is going to be at price 1.36893. 1.36893. That is my take profit for this particular trade. That is my take profit for this particular trade. All right, that is my take profit on this particular trade. Now, going in for GBP USD, I would have actually loved to give you a pending order on this on USD CAD, but I feel you should be able to make some profit from there. All right, I actually feel that. But if you are a lover of pending trade, all right, let me give you a pending order also on USD CAD. Now, let me give you a pen. Okay, I think we really need to rush. I didn't even know that time has gone like this. I took a lot of time explaining. Now, let me give you a pending order on USD CAD. So if you can type quickly, the buy stop should be at the take profit I called earlier on, which is 1.36893. Should be your buy stop entry also. And then the take profit should be at price 1.36977. 1.36977. Then the sell the sell stop should be at price 1.36721. 1.36721. 1.36721. And the take profit is 1.36683. 1.36638. That is 1.3668. So that is a take profit for this particular instrument. And finally, I might not be able to look at AUD USD, but for GBP USD, yeah, GBP USD is a sell for me. GBP USD is a sell for me. All right, so I am selling GBP USD. And my take profit for GBP USD My take profit for GBP USD is 1.21285. 1.21285. That is my take profit for GBP USD. And that is 1.21285. All right, 1.21285. That is my take profit for GBP USD. That is my take profit for GBP USD. So I am just going to quickly skip. I would have loved to give you a pending order on this particular one. That is AUD USD. So, but I won't be able to do it now because we're currently running out of time, and we need to check. A lot of you are gold traders, so we need to take a look at US 2000 and the rest of the instruments. All right, so I believe I'm not going to be repeating the US 30 and US 100 again, because right from time I told you, even immediately we started, I said you can go in for a sell on US 30 and US 100. The sale has not yet ended. US 30 and US 100 sale is not over yet. I don't know how many of you actually took advantage of it, because some persons are still asking me, can I see sell on US 100? It is still on. US 100 and US 30 sell is still very much on. Yes, you can still take advantage of both instruments. You can still take advantage of both instruments. So the only one that I'm going to be considering is what is it called? The US 2000. Now, looking at US 2000 on daily time frame, you could see that this what is it called, trade, it is currently pushing down, even though it is still giving us a little bit of this is on daily time frame. You could see that this is a bullish engulfing. This is a bullish engulfing that is formed on a support. Please don't forget, this is a bullish engulfing that formed on a support. Anytime you see a bullish engulfing like this formed on a support, most likely you are not going to just be seeing any kind of a sell. All right. So on this particular one, I am going in for a buy on USD CAD on US 2000. So US 2000, yes, you can actually follow up with the buy. Now, because of that bullish engulfing formed on a support, there is a bullish engulfing on a support. So US 2000 is a buy for me. US 2000 is a buy for me. Gold, actually, I'm going to be selling gold more. So I'll be going in for a further sell on gold. US 2000 is a buy for me, right? I am buying US 2000. Why? I told you that there is a bullish engulfing formed on a support on daily time frame. So you are going to be seeing a massive buy on this particular instrument. Of course, it is likely going to be a change of trend. Take a look at, don't be scared of your daily time frame. Those daily time frame gives you one good signal position anytime you see a perfect entry. So the same thing goes with this one. US 2000 is going to be a buy. Why? Because of this particular bullish engulfing that is formed on support. All right, so I am going in for a buy on US 2000. I'm going in for a buy on US 2000. All right. All right, so of course, US 100 is still going to go down. All right, US 100 is still going to sell. I am seeing a further sell I'm seeing a further sell on this particular trade. I'm seeing a further sell on US. Don't be in a haste to rush out of your trade. All right, so gold, yeah, gold, I'm seeing a further sell on gold also. All right, so I am gold, I am seeing a further sell on gold. I'm seeing a further sell on gold. So US 2000, remember, we are buying. And just make your decision yourself. I believe if you had actually entered all this while, you should have already been on massive profits. But then you can actually consider ending your trade at, that is on US 2000. US 2000, consider your TP at 1760.0. That is 1760.0. 1760.0. That is my preferred TP for this particular trade. Or just go to daily time frame and see one good position that you might just that is the high of yesterday. The high of yesterday is a perfect position for your trade. All right, it's a perfect position for your trade. All right, so if you're looking at these other instruments, of course you could see that they are still coming down. Now you probably might look at the US 100 and say, but then US 100 is, but look at it on daily time frame. You could see that this is a sell trade. All right, it's a sell trade, a perfect sell trade. So don't be in a haste to rush out of that trade. So US 100 is a sell, and US 30, of course, it's also a sell. Take a look at it also on daily time frame, and you'll be glad you did, right? Currently having a little bit of a push down on this particular instrument. So that is what we're looking at for today. And I hope you not just making some profit from it. I also hope you've actually learned one or two things from the trade. I hope you've learned one or two things from the trade. All right. I hope you've learned one or two things from the trade. And I told you that the rest are actually going of course okay, I think AUD USD. Okay, I didn't give you any trade on AUD USD, and the rest of the trades just chill. You'll be able to make some profit from there. USD CAD. Oh, perfect. USD CAD. The sell position has taken profit, and USJPY, of course, is buying, and Euro USD. Of course, you should have already made some profit on Euro USD. All right, Euro USD already took profit. All right, so that is going to be the position we're going to be taking. All right, so let's quickly take a look at wheat and corn and see the direction we're going to be taking for today. Let's go to wheat and corn, and then we'll be able to confirm the perfect direction. So all right, so on wheat, of course, wheat before the close of the trading time, it was already given a bullish confirmation. So with this kind of bullish confirmation, if you see a gap up, now this the ADX is already giving us a bullish trend. So if we have a gap up, now perfect, just like we said, it is a gap up, so it's a buy. Soybean is going in for a buy. All right, soybean is going in for a buy. Wheat also is going in for a buy. So we can go ahead with a buy on wheat. Then corn. Okay, corn is not opened yet. Okay, so we might actually not take any position on corn. Number one is because there on ADX, there is no any confirmation on ADX, and also there is no any gap on corn. So for that, I will not be taking any position on corn. So for wheat is a buy for me, and soybean, it's a buy for me. All right, wheat is a buy for me, and soybean also, it's a buy for me. So you can go ahead and take up a buy also on soybean and also on wheat. So both of them will be going in for the same direction. Wheat is a buy, and soybean also is a buy. I will not be going in for corn. Reason is because corn, number one, there is no any ADX confirmation, and there is no any gap confirmation. So with that in mind, I am not going to be taking any position. I will not be taking any position. All right. So of course, I use both of them to compare the outcome of this, and if the outcome of the ADX matches with the outcome of the gap, then I take position. But if it doesn't, then I don't. Like today, I won't be taking any position, even though it might give you a perfect addition, but I won't. So for soybean, it's a buy for us, and for wheat also, it's a buy for us. All right. So that is going to be that for today. That's going to be that for today. How do we use ADX effectively? All right, you can actually reach out. This might not be a perfect a class to teach you how to use ADX, but I hope one of these days we'll be able to have a section for it. I know we've actually had something like that, but I believe we should also be able to make our time to have something like that also. All right. So that is going to be bringing us to the end of today's meeting. Thank you everybody for joining us today. All right, tomorrow is going to be indices market mystery. All right, so for tomorrow we're going to be bringing to your notice some of the ways you can act, some strategies that you use to also trade on indices. Please do well to join the indices class. Do well to join the indices class. All right, do well to join the indices class. And till then, remember, I already told you about the US 2000. So if you're a trader, you should already know what to do on this US 2000. I already given you the trend from the daily time frame. So for today, I am actually still going in for a further buy on this particular instrument, and I believe you should be able to make some really good profits. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us today. And tomorrow's class is 1 p.m. right? Yeah, tomorrow's class is 1 p.m. So do well to join us on time, and let's also have some really good moments there. All right. So if you need any question on ADX and the rest, yeah, just do well to reach out to your account manager for that information. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day.